Imagine stepping off a spacecraft and falling into Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system. At first, the view is beautiful. Bright cloud bands wrap around the giant planet, and nothing seems dangerous. But beneath those clouds lies a nightmare. There is no solid surface below you, no ground waiting to catch your fall. The moment you enter the atmosphere, everything changes. Winds stronger than any hurricane on Earth slam into you from every direction. You're no longer falling through weather. You're falling through a planet-sized storm. Lightning flashes all around. Then the atmosphere grows heavier and thicker. Falling starts to feel more like sinking into an endless ocean of gas. The temperature rises rapidly. Hundreds of degrees become thousands. Your suit reaches its limits as pressure builds into something no human could survive. Far below, hydrogen is squeezed by unimaginable pressure. Matter begins behaving in strange ways. Some scientists think liquid hydrogen may even reign through parts of Jupiter, creating weather unlike anything ever seen on Earth. The deeper you go, the more crushing the pressure becomes. Even the strongest submarines ever built would be destroyed instantly. Yet Jupiter keeps pulling you deeper. Then you reach one of the strangest regions in the solar system, metallic hydrogen. It flows like a liquid but conducts electricity like a metal. This vast metallic ocean helps create Jupiter's enormous magnetic field, stretching millions of kilometers into space and trapping intense radiation around the planet. Radiation here is deadly. In reality, you would never survive this far. But our imaginary journey continues. Deep below, scientists still debate what lies at Jupiter's center. Some believe a dense rocky core exists. Others think it has partially dissolved and mixed into the planet over billions of years. Whatever is there, the conditions are extreme. Temperatures reach tens of thousands of degrees, hotter than the surfaces of many stars. Pressure forces atoms closer together and changes matter itself in ways rarely seen anywhere else. You have reached a place no human will ever visit. Then comes one final mystery. Many people call Jupiter a failed star. At first glance, it makes sense. Like the Sun, Jupiter is mostly made of hydrogen and helium. But Jupiter lacks one crucial ingredient: enough mass. Its interior pressure is enormous, yet still too weak to ignite the nuclear fusion that powers stars. To truly shine like a star, Jupiter would need far more matter packed into its core. Scientists estimate Jupiter would need to become dozens of times more massive before fusion could even begin. Only then could gravity compress its core enough to trigger the reactions that make stars shine across the universe. But what if Jupiter were much bigger? Imagine it suddenly gaining more and more mass. Its gravity would become far stronger, and the pressure deep inside would continue to rise. Eventually, Jupiter would stop behaving like a planet and become something called a brown dwarf, a strange object between planets and stars. It would glow with its own heat, lighting up the darkness. But even a brown dwarf is not a true star. To become one, Jupiter would need an unbelievable amount of extra mass. Now imagine the impossible actually happens. Jupiter ignites. For the first time in history, the solar system has two suns. Every planet would see a different sky. Earth would never look the same again. Sunrises and sunsets would become spectacular. But this beauty would come with consequences. Extra energy would begin changing climates across the solar system. Ecosystems would face conditions they never evolved for. And the biggest danger wouldn't be the light. It would be gravity. For billions of years, the planets have followed stable paths around the sun. A second star could disrupt that balance. Small orbital changes could grow larger over time. Asteroids and comets would be affected as well, making impacts more likely and potentially destabilizing asteroid belts. And that's before we consider Jupiter's moons. Jupiter rules over an entire family of worlds, many stranger than anything on Earth. Take Europa. Beneath its frozen surface lies a vast hidden ocean that may contain more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. If it received extra warmth, it could become one of the most promising places for life in the solar system. Then there's Io, the most volcanic world we know. A brighter Jupiter could make this already extreme moon even more extraordinary. But let's return to the original question. What would actually happen if you fell into Jupiter? The answer isn't simple. You would never hit a solid surface because Jupiter doesn't have one. Instead, conditions become more extreme the deeper you go. Winds grow stronger, pressure increases, and temperatures continue rising until survival becomes impossible. So how far could you make it? That depends on one thing. Are you falling unprotected, or inside the most advanced spacecraft humanity could build? Without protection, the atmosphere alone would end your journey very quickly. But with an indestructible spacecraft, the real exploration begins. Layer after layer, Jupiter reveals a new world. Eventually, you reach one of the strangest places in the solar system, a vast ocean of metallic hydrogen. It isn't water, lava, or anything naturally found on Earth. Under unimaginable pressure, hydrogen transforms into a metal capable of carrying enormous electrical currents. The amount of power here is almost impossible to imagine. Then come the storms. Not ordinary storms, but colossal tempests where lightning bolts could dwarf entire countries. For brief moments, flashes illuminate Jupiter's hidden interior. And deep below those storms, something even more mysterious is waiting. The amount of power here is almost impossible to imagine. Then the storms begin. These aren't ordinary storms. Some lightning bolts could dwarf entire countries. For a moment, the entire interior lights up. Deep below, something even more mysterious is waiting. This is the deepest region humanity can imagine exploring. Here, pressure reaches unimaginable levels and matter behaves in strange ways. Scientists still debate Jupiter's core. It may be a dense mix of rock, metal, and ice, or something stranger. The core may have partially mixed into the planet itself, leaving no clear boundary at the center. Even after centuries of study, some secrets remain hidden. So what happens if you fall into Jupiter? First, powerful winds seize you. Then pressure and temperature rise beyond human survival. Long before reaching the deepest layers, your journey ends. Yet Jupiter keeps going. Beneath the storms lie oceans of metallic hydrogen, and beneath them are mysteries science still cannot explain. Jupiter is not just a planet, it is a world of extremes. And if you ever fell into it, you would never reach the bottom. Because Jupiter is deeper, stranger, and more powerful than we can fully imagine.